Let's do this. Oh boy.
You are late, Makoto. We've been waiting for you to start this siege.
Wait, I'm eating. Wait. Cutting it.
Do you want to take a break to eat?
No, it's fine. Okay. I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Let's not jump into conclusions yet. Save that for the class trial. Then we can reveal all the details of Makoto's loyalties to the Imperial Fists.
What's
So
with you in
they-
Imperial Fist?
They really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. Well, Sayaka doesn't know anything anymore. Her brain is off.
Nope.
But then, who is the killer?
Her last word is like, Makoto, why you do this?
The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
One of us. One of us. No, wait, what? Blah. Is everyone here? Okay, then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Okay.
So whoever stuck us here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh? Damn, we really got through the... we really gotta go through with this class trial thing, huh? If you wanna confess, I guess now it's time to do it.
I'm telling you, I didn't do it. I did not. I did not. I did not
do it.
hit her. I did not. Throws
Dot,
bottle.
dot, dot. Let's get started. That's it. Sure.
There's no
Oh.
point in standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future.
The future.
Sakura is really
We talked to him?
motivating.
No.
No, he just stopped you when you entered the room, I think.
Yeah.
You can try to have one suck.
Oh, that's... Sure.
Relax, I haven't decided 100% your culprit just yet. That's how decimation works. You pick 1 of 10 randomly and beat him to death.
Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way.
Iron within.
Sorry. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything. Looking around or anything. Is this really how Saika would want us to find out who killed her?
It-
Oh,
If
you
you
clicked on
press
the
on the-
elevator.
Crap.
yeah.
I think you can still cancel
Crap.
it. Oh, no, you
No.
can't.
Fuck.
Well, I don't. You just missed flavor text. That's all.
Yeah.
Well,
God dang it.
are you scared?
Are you
Sorry.
scared?
No, I'm not scared. You are scared.
No,
Yeah,
this
this
is where
quite
you should
right.
have just. No, I'm not. I'm a psychic.
Huh? I don't get that.
Just kidding.
Don't worry about it. Go on.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth.
I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage.
The heavy metal music started playing.
Sakura came out with a chainsaw. Come with me if you want to live. I turned trembling with anticipation towards the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
Oh, um, rather than that, is it more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment?
Uh,
Makoto?
Yep, I'm there. Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. Oh, by
Your
the way,
dinner's ready.
this
Fancy.
can be quite hectic, Ingrid.
No,
So
it starts pretty neat. Don't worry about it.
tame, yeah. But this is like the actual game part now.
No, you finally arrived. Ja, what do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close. It's total shit.
Shit.
Okay, everyone, find your assigned seats and sit down. Sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up.
We did what he said and found our seats.
And everyone, there's no seats.
Reminds me of
There are
that
no
movie.
seats.
Oh.
The seats were
Meanwhile, that
arranged in
cleavage.
a giant circle. Which cleavage?
Bottom
Where?
right corner.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
And let's see, where's the print
Really
screen
Yeah,
nice.
that's
button?
actually nice.
Print
Not
screen.
bad.
Really?
I'm
No.
impressed.
2D over 3D, I guess.
I
Well,
don't judge. I swing both ways.
the seats. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else.
Yeah, I can see everything
Hmm.
else, okay.
I love how
and
they
by
just
the way,
put her picture in there for the dead. Well, for all the dead people.
it also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there,
Sat in the T-pose.
and so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. Aren't these parts also fully voice acted? Should we switch to English for this one? A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial.
Dun, dun, dun.
They are not... To some extent, they are voice acted, but, I mean, that's what we are here for.
Yeah, okay. Oh, and that's where you need the skills.
What is this now?
Okay, so
Okay.
now we get to the actual gameplay elements of the game.
Yep.
So, I don't think you
Skills.
have any skills, but you can check.
Oh, you do have some
I
skills.
thought I have.
Oh,
There you go.
You got
Yeah,
them.
I have some.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You
if there's
remember
any
when you
more.
got them, I believe.
Damage to the opponent when statement is destroyed. Bullet time battle. What the fuck is happening?
yeah, don't worry about it, just equip it.
You'll see. Just use anything. All you
Okay.
have. Put all you have.
That's it. Yep. That's all I
Oh,
have, I think.
yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
that's
Yep.
not that much.
Okay, so...
I want to
Okay.
review your e-handbook.
Yep. That's where
That's
you
the
have...
proof bullets.
if you want to review all the clues and whatever. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about these stuff.
But that's why I also
Yeah.
said play it as long as the memories are fresh. Because I
Yeah.
won't do any spoilers.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. So just
Alright.
there you
Let's do this. Trial. All rise.
Let's begin with the basic explanation of class trial. So your words determine the results. If you figure out who done it, then they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, I guess this section would be voice acted, but it's on
Yeah.
Japanese. Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course. Iron within. Everyone, close your eyes, and whoever did it, raise your hand, so we may beat you to death. Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand? Actually, can you
Before
press
we move on
F1,
and
Ingrid?
start the trial. Yeah, sure.
Go to system.
Rec-
Can you swap it to
System.
English?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Transcripts? Oh, transcripts. Not that.
No.
No, it's not here.
No.
You're
No.
right.
Okay, never mind. So you're stuck with the...
Oh well.
Well, doesn't matter.
Japanese.
We can
Mm.
see later. We can change it in the system.
Maybe.
In the main menu. I mean.
No, I think you would
Yeah.
have to start a new game, but yeah.
What? Okay.
We'll see. Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? Okay. What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even harder than death's barrier. You know, you left
Penetration.
them...
Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with. So why are there 16 seats?
No reason. It's just little courtroom. It's ours, so technically it fit up to 16 people.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
my grammar went all over the place. Okay, that's about does it for a preamble. Get ready to get started. First up, it's the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Kudasai.
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is.
Makoto.
Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Please do. Because you will
go
have
through the
absolutely
tutorial.
many problems if you don't. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
this will be hard to make. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements.
Okay.
What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say.
Hmm.
Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded in the truth cylinder. You will see it later how that looks.
What?
Use the mouse to aim, then fire with the left mouse button. ...
Hmm.
Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful.
So it's a time thing.
If you
don't
press
worry, you have
this,
plenty of time.
you have much time. Even if you fail, you can start over. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Make your argument.
Make your argument.
So
That's
right now
one
you only got
proof.
you got only one bullet.
Evidence of a struggle.
Okay, maybe this should be in English.
Yeah, we know that part already. At the murder took place in the police room.
Hold on, press escape. Let's take a pause real quick. Let's see if we can
Yeah.
swap this into English.
Nope.
Blah blah blah.
So, just
Right.
shoot what contradicts your bullet that you have.
I don't get it. So,
There is a highlighted text. Okay, let's just go with I assert that the one who murdered was Miss Sayaka's, whatever.
Yeah, you actually have to redo it.
Don't worry about it. These things will keep cycling. These are just regular text. And in one of the screens, the next one will show the only contradiction in this whole thing. That's the
She
one you
didn't
need
even
to
have
shoot.
a chance to resist. Like, you must find a lie, and that has a different color, and then you can put the bullet into it.
okay.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
Because, yes, he was claiming that there was no struggle.
With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle. Struggle? Sorry.
Oh, a struggle. Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in. That's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't need even explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, who's next? Oh, what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon. Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka.
So, same thing, Ingrid.
But I believe you get more bullets now. Oh, only
No,
one.
there might be more options that you might contradict, but not all of them are. So what was
So
used?
what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of a sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that's the murder weapon.
So the killer
has
used some random knife they
Yeah.
had on them? Sorry,
It's really hard to try to read them on this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing. Which means that knife must be the murder weapon?
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. You could have sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you take a real close look, I could totally see it being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was the kitchen knife. But where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second,
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not gonna change that conclusion.
Yeah, it's definitely sus. I don't think this is true. That's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
Do you really believe that?
She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer.
The only thing you wanted to slay was that pussy.
There's
Yeah.
a bit more to learn. Yeah, you want that.
I think it explains you that there are... Oh,
You can concentrate by having the speed ski. You can bullet time.
Okay.
On top of it is steady aim.
Focus. Okay. So yeah, there's that. You can just spam it.
I mean, it's... So I guess there's a question with the no question, but where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right?
So I was just taking it from the kitchen,
He
right?
did this in secret, nobody was...
Jesus,
blah,
that
blah,
was
blah.
fast, Ingrid. The text
Yeah.
didn't even get
Yeah.
a chance to show up, and you were like, bullet time, fire.
I tried the space thing. I can't even. I don't know how long that thing is.
Okay, wait,
there's
hold.
there's
Hold
a bar
on.
somewhere.
I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness?
No, you don't.
What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone.
Oh,
So you're saying the knife disappeared
No,
while you
that's
were well,
Samoht.
that's you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, but you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. We did this already anyway.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if that idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are on it together A- and lying to protect each other? Idiot swimming girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask a bear if there were an accomplish, do they also become blackened? So you ask, and I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have accomplish, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Hmm.
So it's discouraged.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Hmm. Who knows? But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief. Enough already. No, okay, there are no accomplices in this case.
Cutting it
Okay.
there.
Oops, did I say that out loud?
Impartial, as always. Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! It wasn't me. I swear.
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
Nah.
I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time. I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's. Me. Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well,
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night. Oh, got on gun
ooh,
action.
what did they do? Uh-huh. I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking. I just asked her to stay over, which means we have airtight alibis. You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations? We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned rooms. So, I don't think that's a problem.
Iron within, it is a problem. Boy and girl spending a night together. It's most unwholesome.
Boy and a girl. Well,
I am both
uh,
girl. But what? I'm a girl.
it's
Don't you
ma'am.
see that?
God, you are. Oh my god. I am so sorry.
Oh, not now. That's so funny. It's... But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Sorry. Oh, actually, there is no. Sorry. I had to yawn.
I had to
Actually,
rethrow my balls for a second because he was asking, questioning my gender.
actually, there's one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? Are you talking about Yuko?
Sayaka, she's the one who came to the dining hall, and then later she wound up dead.
Sayaka.
Interesting. Hmm.
Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was. Really? You have 2 minutes, so take your time. Only press it if you're really sure.
Sayaka. I mean,
2 minutes on this.
I guess.
Then Sayaka is the one who took the knife. That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely,
Then the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
it was suicide. I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying she took the knife, was then taken from her, and she was killed with it. In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Oof.
What?
Nani?
Eh?
Nani? See? She didn't do it. After all.
No, you're wrong. So that's how you twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction.
Nyah.
You possess the most terrifying talent, quite indeed. Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? I just wanted to get into her pants. I wouldn't kill her. If I convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer. What did you say? Because you see, the room did belong to the killer. Well, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering. The hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that, by all rights, should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, right? Well, you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hagnet's Gambit is about to begin. Yeah, you should
It's literally.
also.
Well, I don't think this one needs. It's basically you need to guess what the word is.
Yeah, it's a but
Yeah,
in a special
just
way.
in case,
They
read
are.
it.
Yeah, do read it.
Mm, let's say some spread in the classroom. Okay.
The point of this is to reveal important phrase related to incident in question. You will have to deduct the phrase from the letters flying around, and the letters are already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, don't worry. It sounds more confusing than it is. If you, well, yeah, I guess the influence by is the only thing to worry about.
Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. If we can just figure out what that something is. Mind space.
Yep.
Um,
You need
What?
you need it more sometimes multiple
yeah,
times.
that makes sense.
Oh. Okay. Well, tell me that. Like, what the fuck? Okay, now we know.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
See, I told you, Ingrid,
So-
it's far more simple than what it actually tells you.
So, the culprit removed some evidence.
Hangman Gambit in the second game was really hard to understand, I mean. Yes, and if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not? No, but if that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Yeah.
Okay then. Then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
What's with her face? Why is she like that?
Do you mean on the right side?
Is she okay?
She's always like
Says
that.
hot.
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means.
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same. I like her. And Makoto isn't the culprit.
But are you iron within? But are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on absence of some hair?
No. But are there other reasons to prove why Makoto couldn't have done it?
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her and got into the bathroom and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it? Yes. What do you mean? It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was a clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves that is, and now you can just select something.
Oh, yeah.
The object the killer broke. It's very obvious.
Yeah. Doorknob.
Like 6 minutes time. All the she needs. Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob,
To
right?
be fair, sometimes it's really hard to tell like which one actually the game wants because there's very similar objects and such.
We'll see. Maybe like the other cases later on are gonna be harder.
Maybe.
Are they? Okay.
Sometimes they are definitely
They
nice.
ramp up at some point.
Hmm.
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom, it was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed and the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean? I'm trying to bu- in trying to bypass the lock. They ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act of for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what you're saying is he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see. Okay then,
No, the bar was on the way.
let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyuko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more?
Should I?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh,
We'll explain you what it means in English.
From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up.
excuse me.
But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Okay, well, that's obvious. Use the truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now, this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions.
So
Well,
long story short, Ingrid, now there's more of the orange text, and you need to pick the correct one to shoot.
Right. Okay.
Nothing more harder than that. And I think somewhere at the top of, maybe top right, you can see your health, so to say.
yeah.
Okay.
But don't make any
gauge,
mistakes.
Yeah,
whatever.
And
you
all
can
is
see
fine.
it below the timer.
Painful. She went flat into the bathroom. And the killer ran after her.
And they
Got
got
it.
into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, I think this is the last one.
And to finish using step the kitchen knife. It was you, wasn't it, Makoto?
Was it Makoto? Admit it! We already know the answer.
But you do too. It's not because the door was locked. No, there's a different reason entirely. Yeah.
And now it just restarts. You can go
Incident
through
took
the
place
whole
in
thing.
Makoto's room.
You got
Okay.
10 minutes to find the right answer.
And also at the top right corner, you can also see which scene you're going at.
Thereafter. Okay.
Da.
Maybe? I don't know.
We'll find
Was
out.
Yeah,
it
that's
locked?
correct.
I don't know.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right? Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then, why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck. Huh? What are you talking about? My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yeah, that is true as true can be.
Just
But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But you have such a cruddy door.
Bleh.
That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in. Okay then. Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first in the first place. Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms. The killer could easily make that mistake thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime. The
The
killer was
killer was
convinced the bathroom door was locked because it was the females. Well, they switched the picture frames. Yeah. So they didn't know. Well, it's your turn.
so they didn't know the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was the crime took place in Sayaka's room, crime took place in my room.
Yeah, that's one of those tricky questions. It's like, well, I mean,
Yeah,
The killer must not have
it's
realized
in his room,
that it was
but they thought it was Sayaka's too
yeah.
because the picture frame was switched.
the killer must not have realized that it was my room. What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say
Nani?
what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Saika had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Saika had been in her own room,
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
nah. Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident, but the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it's a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break a door that wasn't locked is.
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would know exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So, the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they switched rooms? Then, Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then, who did it? Did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving. All the four. Come on, man.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules, decimation for all.
Majority rules? Do you really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
For real? Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? Isn't that it does not matter how trivial they may seem. Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question. Oh, you. You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
Keen a smart girl.
It is fine, it is fine. Just ask your question before you pick the shortest
Oh yeah.
one.
Okay, so well, I was just wondering how the culprit got into Makoto's room in the first place.
Asking the question that matter. Yes, how did the killer get inside?
Mm-hmm.
Jake just couldn't bust in like me do. Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient, even for a siege.
Then maybe someone picked the lock.
Negative. If you remember, Monoquare made it clear that locks are all unpickable.
That doesn't exist.
Just break down the door.
Fine, how about this? The killer got in the easy way. The cops knocked and said they wanted to talk or something. And Miss Maizono just spread her legs.
Let him in, and Makoto can detest that is not the case. He is as tight as they get.
No, I couldn't get it to her legs either.
I
This-
couldn't get it.
that is not a possibility. She's not that easy.
Oh ho, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. I'm the trash master after all. I have the keyblade. Hello, why exactly can't that be it?
I forgot he's pointing directly at you, Samoth, behind the screen. It's like, huh? Talking to yourself now, bitch?
Because she, because she asked me to do something in particular, because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right here.
Zip.
There's no way Sayaka let someone in because
Ah. Hmm? What? This is weird now.
okay, yeah.
No, I think it's
What's
just a.
the
It's the
monochroma file
switching
again?
rooms. It's the switching rooms. You have to read what it says inside there.
Can I read them?
No, but like nothing else fits. Like, why no one, like, no way Sayaka would let in someone
I
because,
guess.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they talked about it, I guess, when they switched rooms.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch room in the first place.
That's what I meant. Sometimes it's really
Yeah.
confusing which item to pick.
The
Okay.
same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone.
Yeah. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of
Mommy and
even
Daddy are
switching?
waiting.
Yes.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
She would never do that.
Nani?
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that? Not she, not to me.
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me, can you still deny this possibility?
There's
That's you.
something I want to talk to you about, just us two, in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Okay? Sayaka. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
Hmm.
Damn.
I found a notepad during my search and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared. Hmm. Oh man, I totally seen people that do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, "Holy crap!" I remember I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on. Interesting. It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found a notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Oh, okay. Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there or Sayaka who switched room for a single night of fun in Bangkok.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't, but
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature. Hmm.
then that note. Sayaka wrote it? But why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under the door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret. Hmm.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist? Someone who's
You?
not into
You're
3D,
only 2D.
obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Of
There you
course,
go.
I'm only into 2D. The game took it away from you. I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they're at all involved in what happened. Huh? What makes you say that? Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention. Okay, we're going back to this.
Yep.
Dorm nameplates. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But no, the place where they were asked to come to. It specifically says my room. I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room. Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read that note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened. Well, that's you.
It certainly would seem that way. The killer went to my room instead of Sayaka's, and the reason for that is...
We're just going back, right?
Yeah.
Looping?
It
Pretty much?
keeps
Okay.
looping until you run out of time or stuff.
Gotcha.
The stream stopped for me. Oh, never mind. It didn't.
It just looks that way, because it's actually not moving the screen.
Too bad I can't skip. Come on, come on.
There is actually a way to speed it up, but I'm not sure if I don't know what the key is.
I don't know from on the top of my head either.
I know you can slow it down, right?
No, but there's also
Like
to
this?
speed it up.
This one is it. This one you have to press.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, hey, if you look at
I'm just
the
trying to figure out how to use the space thing. It's not working.
no,
it
no,
seems.
you can see it
You
on
have
the top
to
right
hold
corner.
it in the top right corner.
Wait,
You're
what?
pressing it all the time.
Yeah,
The buttons is
Oh.
just... You have to hold it, by the way.
Oh.
see those stars below your health? That's your focus bar
Yeah.
for that. It depletes
So you have to,
fully when
like-
you click it.
And you have to
Okay.
hold it to keep it.
Oh. Okay. Gotcha. Interesting.
That's the one. Objection! That's what he says, actually, I believe.
We need to
right?
play that
in,
game.
In English, he
Ace
says
Detective.
that's wrong.
Ah, right. That's wrong, is
It
what he
lost me
says.
every time because I just keep thinking of the Sonic thing where it's like,
The nameplates
that's
on
wrong. I need to show you guys that video later.
Yeah. The nameplates on my and Sayaka's room got switched.
Wait. Let me drink water.
They got switched.
They got switched? That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is that the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do that, do what the note said, then they would end up in Makoto's room, where Sayaka was. Okay. Plus, the rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was, well, of course, it wasn't you, right? Makoto?
Right. Okay, then who did it? There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms.
Meh. Sayaka.
Another very difficult question.
Oh no.
But is it?
Maybe.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about our switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would have known to switch nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room.
Hmm.
Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
Yep. So yeah. She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate.
If they do it from memory, they would get to the wrong room. That's correct.
Yeah, she would only have written that if she knew the nameplates would have been switched. But why would she switch them in the first place? She wanted someone to come to the room she was in and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switch rooms? Why would anyone do that? To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person in the room. That's where the answer lies.
Iron within, what happened was probably a siege. Whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured out. We know who did it. Whoever is invited is over is the culprit. It's the Imperial Fists. But we still don't know who it is, goddamn idiot.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Excuse me?
Yes, I think you're right. Then, we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me, there was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah, what's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist. How the hell could you possibly know that that's what broke her wrist? The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because that one's easy too. When you look at her wrist,
Yeah.
there's no doubt.
Where's that, was there a picture? Yeah.
Hmm.
Wait. Yeah, I guess.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery, see?
Is that gold?
It would be funny if the corpse was lying there in front of everyone so they could examine it.
Well, Monokuma wouldn't mind probably. He let Yuko or Yuno or whatever lay up there as well. It sure is. Specifically the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff and it'll stick right to you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's
Mhm.
some on her wrist because
Yeah.
I got it, because she got hit with the sword right on her wrist.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Ah.
Alright, then what about time we solve this mystery? Then it's about time.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I guess.
Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Yep, now you get multiple. So you not only have to select the right one, but also the right statement.
Wait, what?
You will
Only
have.
one of those possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Mouse
We're
and
used to mouse wheel.
bugs.
Oh, for this purpose, logic is mean.
Yeah.
So we get
It's gonna be
to
a tough
see
one, I guess.
maybe.
That's not mean.
No, but well, we'll see. Oh, so now you like pick. Yeah.
Wait. How do I switch? It's not switching.
Sword-based. Um,
Oh, I have to like keep doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, okay. Maybe we should read it from the start again. You just looked at how to
Yeah.
switch.
You got 10 minutes, so.
Yeah.
I'm not
But
sure
they
what's
are
happening
speaking
anymore.
for like more than half a minute. There's no explanation how a certain part of the sword got damaged.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's true. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack. And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist. So she tried to fight back. Oh, that's Toko. She
Got
grabbed
the
the kitchen
kitchen
knife.
knife shot him away. But then
But then
covered to the front too.
and they killed her with it. And that's exactly what happened. And it's pretty easy, actually.
I'm not sure right now.
Yeah, just
I
take your
won't
time.
spoil it for you. Take your time.
I'm not sure what's even the question right now.
You
Yeah,
need to
that's
find
what
a
you need
lie.
to figure out.
Something in there can't be right. And you need to find out what of these things that are said isn't true, and what of the bullets would contradict that statement.
Don't worry, read what Makoto says. A hint.
I'm just confused about like what the issue is right now. There's no explanation for how a certain part of the
Well,
sword got
just keep
damaged.
on
In
reading.
that case, read of the truth bullets again. What is written on there? Like press F1 or something.
I
Can I?
don't think she can. Oh,
F1, or is that F1? Truth bullets. Now look at replica sword and replica sword of sheath, and the other one is the kitchen knives. Read what it says in there. Maybe that will help you.
Okay. Okay, I kind of get it now.
Do you know what you have to hit with what?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Well, just one way to
I
find
should.
out.
Yeah.
don't worry, you got still full 8 minutes.
Yeah. I just don't see the where. Certain part of the sword. I don't know anymore.
That's what I mean with details. Like he talked about it very clearly. Like when you looked at it and I read out what he said, he mentioned that specifically, that he wondered why that could be.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Look at the sword sheath again. It's in the sword sheath. Sorry. You can also scroll down.
Ah.
Let her try to figure. Let her try to
Yeah,
figure it out, Samuel.
yeah. I'm not gonna say anything more. Sorry,
It's kind
that
of
would be
confusing right
too
now,
No,
obvious.
you
I
need to pay
guess.
attention to the text. What is being said.
Or you can just try it out, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
Yeah,
you
but
don't
she
lose
has
much.
health.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's it. I mean, why would there be scratch mark on that sheath
Yeah, because of
if
the
we
knife.
attacked first? Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Huh? Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Looks like someone cut into it with something
Next
sharp.
time when we do this with the English voice acting, it's much easier to keep up with the arguments, especially during that
Yeah, because you
section.
have to like keep reading it.
Yeah,
Like,
Hmm?
so
I
it'd be
don't know.
easier to put the arguments together that way.
Oh shit. Something sharp. You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell is going on.
That's something I completely forgot. Like, during these class fights, everything is voice acted. I completely forgot that. So sorry for saying it's fine to do Japanese.
Eh,
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy, bulky, and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
if they got attacked with a kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So, you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife? Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. Iron within. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Saiga before she even knew what was happening. She grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that away from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and gave her the decimation she deserved.
Sorry, but I don't think Saika used a sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held a sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
The part of her body that shows she never used the sword. If you wanted to use a sword, which part of your body would you have to touch it?
Palms? I guess. Was this something in her palm?
Yeah, you're talking about her
I
palms,
don't
right?
remember.
Palms is correct.
He'll
There's
explain
no
it.
gold on it. The palms of her hand were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
Oh, because of the gold stuff?
Hmm. Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
What? Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom. Right, because she would wash her hands.
Obviously, that must be it. Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly? What? What?
No, that's not it at all. All girls are
What's
queen.
happening? What the fuck?
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens to the bathroom at the nighttime.
Damn, that was fast, Ingrid.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet. What the fuck? No way! 3 days? Oh my
Oh
god.
my.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
Me? I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment. How could that be considered a compliment? An insult,
That's funny.
obviously.
Iron within. So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on, if that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was the Imperial Fist.
Sayaka.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife. But we already said that the attack started
Oh,
with. Oh, sorry, not that.
yeah, it's fine.
The person with the kitchen knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
I think I know what's happening now.
That? The one who attacked
That's
first
crazy.
was.
That's
Sayaka?
crazy. Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she had been planning to commit a murder of her own. I like her style.
What?
Crazy.
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited culprit to the room she was staying in. And if that's true, she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation.
Indeed, was all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point, Makoto. Sayaka was the one who suggested you to switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to. On me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying, and by committing that murder there instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So, all that's why she switched the names.
That's crazy.
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? I mean, it's a murder. Of course, it's risky. For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I was soft-hearted. Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is out of all of us, she
What a
asked
simp.
him to
She
switch
could
rooms.
she could just smell the sympathy going on from him. That's
I could see
That's
those
hard.
blue balls from miles away.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. And to totally forget a kid or a national super tour, who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then. You're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit.
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with a knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she planned to murder. Just hold on, that can't be true. Because
Oi, oi, you guys totally derailed the argument. You are being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Would it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
No.
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think it did it.
Makoto, right now I just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committing to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. That's not true entirely.
Yeah, we still have the thing that you wrote.
The numbers.
Yep, the number.
It's just, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
What the
Oh,
fuck?
You missed. You were too slow.
Oh,
So
okay.
you accidentally hit his.
think you have some proof that contradicts what I said? Yeah, well,
You think he got
God dang
some
it.
balls
I need
to
to think
siege
about it
me?
one more time. Yeah, and you see it's not over after that. So you have 5 missed tries.
Okay. So yeah, there's kind of a delay. Okay.
Yeah, that's why the slowdown
You have
exists.
to slow it down.
Yeah, maybe. There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message. In worst case scenario, you have to slow down. Dining. Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her. Remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden there.
Just look at the 11. I mean, it's really easy to figure out.
Yeah. Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote the message. I can prove it.
It seems like when you get it right, you also
Her left
recover
index
half
finger
of a
had
health.
blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write that message.
I see. She broke her wrist during the fight, so she used her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it, but still. What the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Hero, you are a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
And shit.
Shit.
No, that's not. Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in all these numbers. Of course, it's because they're not numbers.
Oh yeah, it looks like.
Huh? What? What?
Nani?
No, it's just look at the numbers assuming they are not numbers. Don't these first two 11 look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assume it was 11, but looking at it now, you can also read it as an N.
Whoa. Balls of steel. Whoa, you might just finally said something worth of shit. Worth of shit.
Oh, shit.
Our little grey cells are really getting excited now. But even if it... God damn it. But even if it really isn't an N037 doesn't make any more sense than before. Damn it, it's
Dun
no
dun
use.
dun.
I just don't know. It's far too hard. How could anyone
Da
get
da
that
da.
puzzle?
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh?
No
Oh my god. Rotated? I never thought that.
way.
I think maybe I see something. Boobs. It spells boobs, right? Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote out a killer's name.
She wrote down a killer name for an album.
Huh? She just shot past the clue part and right on to who did it? For whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. If you turn her message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear.
Pew, pew.
You have to select that someone. Could it be Makoto?
Oh.
Sayaka herself.
Sayaka.
It was suicide all along. I was right.
Jump, girl. It is Sakura.
Well,
I love her face. Actually, let's see. Yep, her face is just so weird.
the key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees.
Yeah, that's what she just told you to do.
If you turn the message around, such a brilliant detective, it becomes the letters Leon. In short, boobs. No, Leon. Or more accurately, Leon.
Nani?
What?
Nandato?
Eh?
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Yeah, sure.
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name. It's actually Makoto standing there.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, and it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Seven?
Just you.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I am the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
Yeah, his sleeve. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of.
The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of. I actually didn't look at the sleeve. It's that thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator, right?
Yeah, the sleeve thing. Um, It doesn't show the... Yeah, this one. The
Yep.
shirt sleeve piece.
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it in the incinerator. I can say it. But one piece burned off and got left behind. And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
What?
Nani?
What? But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty? Well, it's not even a keycard.
It is blue.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up. What is that
That's
blue keycard reference for anyway?
Doom.
Doom. The original Doom, you
What?
needed to get blue and red key cards
Oh,
to get through
right,
doors.
right. God
Um,
dang it.
that's right. There
Oh,
are plenty
oh,
of.
sorry.
Yeah, should I continue or do you want F2?
Yeah,
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 go.
yeah.
With just one
Sorry, I
little
clicked it.
charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to. You're right, that alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you really starting to understand? Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right there, right here.
Yeah, I think so. The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. Where it
Hmm.
was disposed of, when, or how. If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is. Oh yeah? That's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on clinic duty. Hifumi murdered him. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of trash, right? Interesting indeed. Interesting.
Ah.
Oh no, it's not good for me. No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves Leon is a real killer.
Make your argument.
The key to the trash room? Whoever was in the cleaning duty must have done it, right? So the only one who
Good. Killer wasn't the person in charge of the trash.
and you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. Which means the only possible suspect to whoever was the Okay, so that person who would have had the trash room key was... Huh? Me?
Me.
Uh-oh.
That's cute.
But I mean, it's very
Yep.
obvious now, right?
I guess. No?
What's wrong with that? Nothing's wrong with that.
I guess.
Sorry. It's another one. But only having one truth bullet really makes it easy. Too easy somehow.
I guess the next one.
No, that's not the next one.
Still?
No, you need to find the contradiction.
Oh, okay.
The one with the thingy could have done it. That's
Okay.
no contradiction, actually.
I don't know, I'm just not even thinking
You're
right
not
now.
even reading anymore.
Just like, eh.
So he was just saying the key is on the whoever was in the duty, and she's saying that, well, basically the same.
That's the contradiction. Because you don't have to get close to it if you have a crystal ball to throw
Yeah,
at it.
just throw it.
Hold on, I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key. But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you? Yes, you could, if you used this.
What is this? Some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell. Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but
But how could you use it?
The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which
You're fine
was...
with it.
Yeah, just look into it and hope that the killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do... What is up with his arm? That's really disturbing me. All they had to do was hit that switch and the incinerator would come to life.
He's ready to duel with that arm.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is trying to get Leon to the shadow
Exodia.
realm. Someone threw that?
Pot
Through a
of
gap in
greed.
the gate? Oh my god!
That is a magnificent cock you got there, Mikado.
He's. It all makes sense now. He's he plays baseball, so makes
You've
sense.
remembered.
Yeah.
Remember what you said before, Hifumi? Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. Smart, aren't I? Hifumi had the key, so the only way to the incinerator could have been... Sorry, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in. Hey, come on, what the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the insider left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator was to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right, there's
Yeah,
no
that's
way.
you.
It'd be impossible. Not even the best baseball player in the world. Difficult.
Difficult.
Absolutely.
Oh, see.
Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is... It wouldn't have been much of a challenge at all, because the killer is the ultimate clairvoyant.
Fat Victor.
Ah,
Fat Victor.
because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon? Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be a little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer. These goddamn shit for brains have got it all wrong. I'm telling you, you're murdering us all.
You still don't. You still won't admit it. Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me. What the hell do you mean, Anthis? Say what you want, Leon, but all the questions have been answered and the truth has been revealed. No, here's what happened. The closing argument is about to begin. That's another more or less mini
Do I
game.
have to? Yeah.
No.
You don't have to, but
Oh, well.
it's always useful.
Every class has a one last statement bring the class trial to end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of the events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that the comic there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take a aim at the missing section and press the left mouse button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Okay.
So,
Oh, so there's a timer too.
Yeah, we've got
Yeah,
20
20
minutes.
minutes. Come on, man.
So,
So
first, you can scroll the mouse wheel
So
up and
wait,
down.
wait, what the fuck? Oh, it's to the left, like a
yeah,
manga.
like a manga.
Is it?
I mean, it is Japanese. So what's the very first thing that happened?
You should be able to swap
This
the.
one, I guess.
No,
No.
there's more of them,
No.
but do you use the mouse wheel?
Is that it? Um.
There you go.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what the fuck?
So take your time to
Can't
go
be
through
the
the
only.
whole thing to see what your options are, because there are some that are like duplicates.
So it's
Actually.
from right to left, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So this one,
Yep.
and then if I guess this one.
You can also put them
Ah.
in any order. So if you're not sure about something, you can just go ahead and check the stuff to get off the.
So it controls.
Okay, this one's.
If I, and then she dropped it. Then the other, yeah, I think that's it. Went to the bathroom. It's locked. Quote unquote locked. Screwdriver. I think that's the only one there. Okay. Is that right? I feel like.
You can just. What I recommend
Some
always
of them
doing is
aren't
just keep
used at
going.
all. Some of them aren't used at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Bam, bam, bam. Should I write that? I guess.
By the way, if the holes were that size, he could have just slipped through it.
What do you mean?
Like
What
throwing
hole?
through the hole of the gate
Yeah.
is insane, but they are big
Yeah,
enough
like
for
put
you
your
to
hand
go.
inside and then throw it.
No,
Well,
that would be
from what they
impossible.
said, it was 30 feet, right? So it's pretty far.
No, but he
It's
would
not-
throw it through the hole of the gate to the incinerator rather than you can't like I don't know whatever.
Do you
See
need
the
a
stance he
glove?
got
What?
throwing. I'm just saying that he
Yeah.
could have just slipped in through the gate because the gap is so large.
Don't know.
But
They
yeah,
are
whatever.
large
know
enough
about
for a glass wall, but not for his body.
Yeah.
His head wouldn't fit through.
That's. I don't think it's big enough for his body. No, we'll see. So, threw it, bam, incinerator. Unless there's something else, maybe this one?
There's one more page.
Oh, yeah, there's one more, definitely.
That's what I mean. You should always go
Yep.
check the whole thing because you sometimes like yeah.
I think that's it. That's pretty much it. Wait, that.
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited the person there, intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
Something like this.
But then, something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. Oh, no, I made a mistake.
Well, I did.
Yeah. Should I read it verbatim? Okay. Ah, okay.
This one, maybe?
Yeah, this sounds right.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, as far as I know, there's
Yeah.
like all the same images that are in the comic can sometimes show up at the bottom, but they shouldn't be the answer, as far as I know.
Ah, okay.
It continues you off
Oh, well.
where you got wrong, so it doesn't go through the whole thing.
During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Dun dun dun.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom.
Can't open it. Oh no.
The killer went after her but couldn't get the bathroom door open.
I love the sound
My only
effects.
question is,
Chuck, chuck,
why did he
bam,
have to
bam,
like
bam.
chase after her? I mean, she's the one who attacked him anyway. And like he could have just like left and reported her. Sayaka, I mean.
Well, maybe we'll
Whatever.
find the answer afterwards.
What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. Dun dun. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka.
Dun dun dun.
But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood.
Oh.
Then, they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they get rid of any trace that had ever been there.
Cha-chunk.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they come up with the plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which she'd left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate into the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take the shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star.
Bam.
The crystal ball thrown with absolute precision hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life.
Just like our dumpster. Whoosh.
A real dumpster fire. Dumpster fire energy here. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of
Darth
the shirt
Vader,
they'd
is it
thrown
you?
into the fire burned away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
I mean, even if he did notice it, what he would have been able to do about it.
Yeah, that's
Something.
true. Isn't that right,
Get a long
Liam?
stick.
It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object. Of course I do. I object, I object, I object. I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? What? Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit, and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present evidence that proves he did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence? What? The first bullet time battle is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? I believe you want
Yeah,
to.
you're on your own for this one. I have no idea how it works, especially with the keys.
Sometimes your opponents simply don't want to hear what you have to say. It comes every time. You have to keep the rhythm going by clicking the button whenever it is in the middle, and sometimes later keys will appear. You have to press those two then. Head-to-head battle.
Okay.
aka the BTB to BTV. What the fuck? aka the BTB BTV.
Yo.
By the way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's funny. You'll destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Okay. Match your button press with each tempo marker. Okay. What button though?
Left mouse button.
Yeah, I
Right?
guess.
Whatever it says, I guess.
I guess it could be what. Oh no, it doesn't matter. Okay, now I think.
Right click?
Press the right mouse button to lock on.
Okay.
The left mouse button to keep the rhythm, and the right to lock on something that's written there.
Lock on. Okay.
Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the left mouse button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use this method to damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain.
So right click to select, left click to just.
No, you keep hitting
the timing thing?
You need, you see those dots on the line? It keeps going from left to right, and you keep having like press a dot, 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 dot with the left key, and whenever he starts shouting at you, you lock on with the right mouse button, and then keep doing the left mouse button. I think.
Exactly. You won't stop clicking the left mouse button.
I'm sure you'll get the hang of it.
It's a rhythm game. You have to continuously do the combo thing with the left mouse button with the dots. And when something on the screen appears, you also at the same time have to right click on his thingies.
Okay.
Good luck, have fun.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from a room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
They used
They used something of their own to remove the screws. Oh, that's you. Never mind.
No worries. Now that you've heard it, it's fine. I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid,
He
stupid,
turned into a
stupid.
helicopter. Aho, 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 aho.
I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Have fun, Ingrid.
Good luck.
Yeah. There you go.
I don't know. Oh my god, this goes fast.
Yes. Like I said, it's a rhythm game.
So keep on right
You
clicking. So I think you can just essentially press both
Double.
buttons.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, also, you can lock onto multiple things. There you go. Now you're getting hang of it. Oh, you need to press both buttons?
I guess. I don't know.
Are you pressing?
I'm pressing both. I don't know.
Okay, maybe it's now left click. Okay, there you go. So
I'm
when you want to
just pressing
destroy...
left click. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Do I have to like?
Oh,
I don't know.
shoot
You
it!
won.
Shoot it! Shoot it!
shoot it.
Okay, you did
That
it
was
right,
close.
Ingrid.
It's kind of weird because like, can I just like keep pressing the left click and the right click together?
I
I
think,
don't know.
but
No,
I
I
think
That's weird.
every time you click them, it seemed like, judging from the damage you took, every time you click them both together, it locked onto a new argument. And to destroy all those arguments, you just had to let go of the right key and press the left one. So you can't press the lock on key when if you want to destroy them. Anyway, you did
yeah.
well.
If you pressed the, I had the feeling like it didn't work when you like press the left mouse button sometimes. Maybe because you press the right button at the same time. It often said miss.
I've been just pressing them together the whole
Oh
time.
yeah,
So
but
I
that
don't
doesn't
know.
work obviously. No.
Okay, well, doesn't matter. You got it.
I don't know.
You press it as often as the messages appear. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And just once for every message. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them. I mean, if it had to.
I
Sorry.
mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right? Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure a toolkit we got of each one inside.
Then that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere. But the toolkit in my room has clearly never been used.
Iron within. That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were sieging Sayaka's room.
Only the boys get toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use? Stupid, stupid,
Oh my
stupid,
god, it's still
stupid!
not done.
It had to be their very own toolkit. Stupid, 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 stupid! Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used. Stupid, stupid, oh, fuck.
Finn?
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
Is he okay?
No, he's not okay. He has been convicted
So
of
you
murder.
have
Now
no
dies.
rebuttal.
Then it would seem we are finished here. Rip. Well, execution it is. Bye
Well,
bye.
Boo.
And then the end it's like C. I was just like pressing.
oh,
Nice.
and you get coins
Oh,
for
we get
that.
medals. Okay.
74
You get
coins.
even more because you have to replay that later if you want to have everything in English. I'm sorry.
Looks like you reached the verdict then. Are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, and just to remind you all, Make a triple reward for someone? You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay then, let's get excited. Who will be chosen as the Black Hand? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be?
The belly button, though. Ka-chung, ka-chung. Ching, ching. Weird.
Yeah, now comes another fun part of the game.
Looks like you got right on the money. The Black Hand is this guy, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leo Kubata.
Huh? Oh, hold on a second. Leon. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
I don't believe it.
Son of a bitch, what the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice. It was kill or be killed. So that's why I killed her first. None of you are any different. One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this. It was just unlucky, that's all.
Ugh.
Hey, come on. You expect me to just accept my death?
Yes.
Everything becomes clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But that girl is queen. She wouldn't have done that. Never. Even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, can't even imagine.
In my harem.
Now we're trapped here. With no way out. They're probably waiting for me. I can't afford to be stuck in here.
The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them. Sayaka.
I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant.
Ooh.
Mhm.
And that's why Sayaka. For the friends that meant so much to her, all the work she had to do, all the time on her knees. That's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me.
Oof. Oof.
Is that why she talked to me in the first place? Didn't
Is
she
it though?
didn't she have an
She
actual
didn't talk
crush
about
on
the
me?
video. I don't know.
I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her whether because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that.
A boy. Boy, howdy. Hot boy, howdy. The entertainment industry is sure survey, huh? I mean, to try to kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely outside, but inside she descended into pure madness. Oh.
What did you say?
I understand. Really, I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse.
Stop screwing with us. It's all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly, in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma. But
That's enough.
as angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise. Iron within.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now.
Damn it.
Oh, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give up
hate
with
this.
some good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did. Now then, since you all magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwada will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second. I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her. Yeah, that's it. I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense. That's why he unlocked the door.
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? Exactly, that's what I said. You could have just like reported it after she shot herself in that bathroom. You went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong? You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
No, that's not. Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone. Were you not? You killed your prey sick. Do you understand?
I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him.
What?
If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Uh-oh, did you awaken your sense of justice? Well then, it just so happens that there is nothing more unethical than unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate
Perpetuate.
war all over the world. Is that kind of justice that is awakened within you?
Just shut up.
Okay, well, anyway, more importantly, time to die. Let's hurry up and get to what everyone has been waiting for, the punishment.
I'm begging you, please don't do this.
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay for the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Please.
Now then, I have prepared very special punishment Lia Kawada, the ultimate baseball star.
No.
Let's give it everything we got. It's punishment time.
That's what I meant with one of the hard parts in this game. Uh,
Hmm?
you'll see.
Is the hard part the punishment?
And
Okay.
well, you will see what I mean. It's not hard. It's interesting.
Oh boy, we're back into this art style.
Well, the audio is really
What
quiet for
the
this
fuck?
one.
I'd never change it. It was the default. What the fuck? Oh shit! No way! No way! Oh man. Oh boy. That's just torture right there. They all just watch.
Yeah, they're forced to watch even.
Damn. They have to watch?
Yep.
Hmm. That's
This
red at
doesn't.
least.
Yeah, that looked red.
Damn.
Well, these torturing scenes are pretty absurd sometimes, but hey, what we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Woo! Extreme, baby! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control.
What? What?
What's going on? I, I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all the ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if there's a single one of you can get on board with that.
Asshole.
Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit on us? Evil? You make it sound like I'm sort of dark, awful, secret society type of guy. Or, in this case, dark, awful, secret society of a type of a bear.
How do I do my high pitch voice again?
Kick yourself in the nuts.
So why are you putting on upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible.
Hey, I don't think you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
You piece of shit, I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass right into the ground.
Just without the into the ground part, that would be.
No, you must really hate me for being so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking up the wrong tree. Way up the wrong tree. What happened? Happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't get free of the regrets from the outside world. You are to blame.
Of course, we can free from the outside world. Being trapped in this insane place.
You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. You think, boy, isn't it wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
Heck no.
Iron within, what are you trying to say?
I feel like there's some deeper meaning behind, well, what? Hidden in there. I mean, just like before. I can't talk today.
Anyway, let's get Blacken's punishment, and that's what everyone is waiting for after all.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to?
Ooh, boop, boop, brr. Sorry, I said everything I got to say. I need to save some fun for later.
Bleh.
And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Even even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone.
Iron within.
Mm.
No one even tried to speak.
Oh shit.
Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second?
She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Oh,
Come
your
into
next
my
waifu?
Waifu!
Come into my room 1 a.m.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about.
It's about
It's
Sayaka,
about
isn't it?
Sayaka. Oh, see. I'm surprised you figured it out. I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself.
You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool. Becoming such an easy target like that. No more simping for me. By the way, do you have an OnlyFans?
Maybe.
Sayaka meant to double cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. Ooh.
She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you.
What? Yeah, she wrote down the name.
Yep, the fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message.
Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
That's certainly a possibility. One possibility, but I don't think that's what it was. She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure. It was almost ironic when you think about it,
Why are you telling me all of this?
because you're the kind of person who can overcome this, because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward. Without someone like that, the others would be would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation.
Move past their deaths? That's... I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry him with me for the rest of my life. How could I possibly move
How could I
past something
possibly
like that?
pop that?
Yeah, sorry. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I carry them with me forever. I carry their memories with me wherever I go.
So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations of you, for you.
As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile. This time it looked
By
like a
the
smile.
way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka?
Oh, well. I'm psychic.
God dang it. Oh my god. Uh, huh?
Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition.
No.
Chapter
No.
1 to survive.
Uh,
Oh, that was a
finally,
long
chapter
trial.
1. Holy shit. That took forever.
3 got knocked
We
out.
had more deaths than I thought it would be, though, in the beginning. 2 deaths right away.
3.
Ooh, spare back.